Yoga will be discussing these 8 steps of realization, and there we shall see that these steps are actually not your modification. You are not getting modified through them. You are trying to become what you are. And this is what it says, that there is nothing called external. Whatever is in the head. And whatever is there in the head is known as a vritti. Roughly translated, it can be called thoughts, but actually it's not thought, it's much more than that, as we shall see just now. If you can stop this disturbance of mind is continuously getting modified. Now, if modification of the mind you call thoughts, perfectly all right, but then that's not the right term. Mind is continuously getting modified. And this modification of the mind, this disturbance in the mind, this wave in the mind, this is what is known as vritti. Once you can stop this vritti, you will know what you are. And cessation of vrittis, complete stoppage of vritti. This is yoga. See, you are continuously discussing you. It's a discussion about you. You, the true you, mind it. Here, it's me, Samarpanananda. Samarpanananda, the true Samarpanananda, and the apparent Samarpanananda. The apparent Samarpanananda, which is in front of you. Me, the object. I'm just an object. I'm not coming to you as the real Samarpanananda. And, sometimes people say that, see, he has dual personality. He has dual nature. What do you mean by dual nature? Everybody in this world has a dual nature. He is the real and he is also the apparent. The real never comes in front because even he doesn't know his own real nature. It's all apparent. It's all mask. When all the vrittis have ceased, and I'm using the word vritti because it's a technical term and it cannot be translated into English. So these vrittis, if they cease, the ripples, the waves of the lake has calmed down. You can see the surface. And at other times, the lake is stormy. Lake is all about waves. And this is what it says in the 4th sutra, that at other times, when the waves are not calmed down, when mind is stormy, vritti sarupyam itaratra. Itaratra means at other times. Vritti sarupyam. See, vritti, mind has its disturbance, mind has its waves. And the Purusha, the real you identifies itself with those vrittis. To give you a very simple example, think of a movie. You are watching a movie intently and you are absorbed. You are completely absorbed in it. So what happens? Your mind becomes completely one with the scenes that's going on in the movie. Something good happens, you laugh, and something bad happens, and you feel upset. So at other times, that means at all those times when the Purush is not staying, not existing as itself. That means if there is even one single vritti in the mind, Purusha, the real you, identifies itself with that vritti. You are what your vritti is. I often say, you are what your mind is. Actually, you are what your vritti is. Because you are always identified with your vritti. You are watching those vrittis. Actually, see, consciousness is only with Purusha. Mind is not conscious. Mind is just like a lake. Ripples are there, waves are there, stormy waves are there, small waves are, ripplets are there. Whatever that might be, Purusha will always identify itself with those reactions of the mind. Mind also wants to be calm. We mentioned in the previous talk. But because the inputs are continuously coming, stones are continuously being thrown in it, it's stormy. And Purush identifies itself with those ripples and those waves. This is world. So Swamiji uses a beautiful example that somebody comes and abuses me, blames me. Then what happens? It's kind of a stone that has been thrown inside the clay, and mind goes into a reaction. and I become that anger. You cannot separate my anger with me. I and my anger are one. It says these vrittis can be classified flat into two. Vrittaya panchataya. Their vrittis are of five kinds. Klishta, aklishta. Klishta, klist. Klist comes from the word klesh. Klesh means pain. But klist also means complicated, difficult. Sanskrit being a very rich language, and most of its words come from certain roots, and roots have different meanings. Because different roots have different meanings, a word can be explained in different ways. Now, klesh is pain. When it comes to klist, it can mean pain. It can also mean complicated. It can also mean difficult. So vrittis are of five kinds. That means the reaction that comes in the mind are of five kinds. So your mind is always handling five different kinds of reactions. Or you can say the inputs that mind gets, to which the mind reacts. If we take the analogy of that lake, we can say that five different kinds of stones are thrown into the lake, to which the lake reacts by sending out the ripples and the waves. And the ripples and the waves are vritti. So these vrittis, the storm that is created in the mind, the kind of thoughts you can say, or just knowledge, these are of five kinds. And these can again be broadly classified into two: klist, aklist. Some are pain bearing, others are not. Or some are complicated, others are not. Or some are difficult, others are not. Now, why painful? Because they keep on creating new impressions. That means they keep on creating newer waves. It is like chain reaction. As in atomic bomb, there is a chain reaction. One giving birth to two and two giving birth to four. Like that, it goes on. Just like that, the klist vrittis, the complicated ones, they run in chain reaction. They keep on giving birth. And because those vrittis are continuously getting born, even if the vrittis die down, as we shall see, they leave an impression. It's something like, you can think of your ATM card. You put that ATM card in the machine and you draw that money, and nothing changes apparently in the ATM card. But your account maintains that money was withdrawn. Every vritti leaves an impression. And those powerful impressions, and even those which are not very powerful impressions, make our character. So, the vrittis that contribute to our personality in general, karma samuha, sum total of our karma, these are known as klist, because ultimately they are pain bearing, and aklist, which are just the reverse of it. Now the aklist vrittis, so they are also thoughts. You can say noble thoughts, but actually noble thoughts, as far as the world is concerned, they are also klist vritti only. The aklist, the non-pain bearing, the other ones, the non-pain bearings, they lead only to two things. One is guna virodhini. It will stop the play of sattva, rajas and tamas. It tries and stops the continuous transformation of mind in vrittis. The reaction of the mind is stopped by these vrittis. And second is viveka khyati. That which helps you create one single vritti where you get identified with God, where you get, of course, yoga does not accept God the way we understand. So, viveka khyati, where you get identified with the cosmic mind. But even that is vritti. Ultimate freedom comes only when that vritti also stops. They say that there are five kinds of vrittis. Your modification, this modification of the mind is of five different kinds. First is pramana, that is right knowledge. Pramana, viparya, Vikalpa, Nidra, Smriti. These five kinds of transformation. And you need to analyze your own mind, thinking that, okay, fine, what is throwing my mind in the storm, making it stormy? Why my mind is becoming stormy? Either there is pramana, right knowledge, or viparya, false knowledge, or vikalpa, delusionary knowledge, or dream knowledge, or memory. These are the five kinds that come, torment your mind and make your mind stormy. If you can stop these five kinds of vrittis, your mind becomes calm.